Well, they're back in the charts again in the same old style. The Beatles' new record, a collection of unpublished songs from 30 years ago, has gone straight to #1. But it's 25 years since the Fab Four performed live together. And of course, John Lennon's untimely death 14 years ago yesterday means they never will again. But the look and the style have been recreated on the stage in the South this month, as rocking Sean Holden reports.
They were the soul, the faces and the sounds of the 60s. But it's more than 30 years since Beatlemania caught up the South as it did the whole world. But look at this. The Beatles live on stage in Portsmouth in 1994? Well, yes and no. There's drummer Rick and lead singer Neil. And then there's lead guitarist Andre. And there's Paul. There is a Paul. They're the Bootleg Beatles.
If I was Paul McCartney, I could go out and have a bad night, but you still saw Paul McCartney. When you see the Bootleg Beatles, we're not allowed to have a bad night. It's got to be like the record, and that's the strain on the tour, really, is that we've got to be that good every night.
And your eyes, beautiful Paul McCartney eyes that sort of do the Paul McCartney eye.
You know, hello.
It was all a bit of a time flip for the stage manager at the Portsmouth Guildhall, because he was here when your actual John, Paul, George and Ringo played the hall.
Well, I think they're quite good, and for what, you know, they're supposed to be. I don't know if they got the same charisma, I don't think, but for what they are, I think they're good, you know. But I prefer the original thing.
At first, for the fans, it didn't exactly recreate Beatlemania, more sort of Beatle enthusiasm. But as the Bootleg Beatles spanned through 7 years of Beatle history and 4 changes of style, the excitement grew.
It's great, really good.
Done any screaming?
Yeah, I'm there, mate. Giving it all.
Oh, you're here with the school?
Yeah.
So what, it's like history for you?
Yeah.
I closed my eyes in there earlier on, and it's just like listening to the original records. You know, I think they're really, really good.
I've told her not to scream and go all hysterical because she'll get carried away and embarrass us all.
But you've screamed.
I've tried to contain myself, but the odd one has snuck out. I'm sorry.
By the time they get to the Sgt. Pepper pot-smoking period, the fans are beginning to float off into the nostalgia. The Bootlegs are now their Beatles for the night.
Yeah, we have to be the Beatles in all those separate periods, and they were actually quite different characters, you know, from the beginning to the end. I mean, they changed quite a lot, not only, you know, in their image, but also in their personalities, really. And they weren't getting on as a group that much in the end. So.
How do you get on? I mean, that's famous. How do you lot get on? I mean...
We all hate each other. We all have separate hotels now, don't we?
But the fans love them by the grand finale, Hey Jude. Disbelief is completely suspended. And even normally staid reporters get carried away.
Wanted to sing with the Beatles. Sean Holden, live with the Beatles in Portsmouth for Meridian Tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, bye. We'll phone you.
I wish they would phone us. They can have. We'll pay them to take them away. Oh dear. But the Bootleg Beatles will be back in the South on December the 17th at the Brighton Centre.